they start trying to work this out on the ground, that's where people become exhausted in trying to keep up and try to do it. What advice do you give to them as they're trying to work through this?
Yeah, I'll speak to that real quick because I feel like I have this conversation quite a bit with folks who get activated or animated through through reading books like this. First thing to probably not do is to make social media your first place of engagement. And so, I think that's where a lot of folks get in trouble. And that's not to say like don't post what you're learning. I think social media is a good place for offering reflection. But I've seen so many times when people get activated into something and they think that by engaging in online conversations, that's the way to further the cause, And so let's just say, you come into this understanding that, wow, there is a lot of blending of civil religion with American Christianity. All right. And I just grew up in that, and I just realized that like that was a part of how I experienced it. We pledge allegiance to the flag, in our church or whatever. And, so a lot of people might get activated into now like aggressively like coming at those who, are still a part of like that tradition. And I just don't think that that is the first place of engagement. I think probably the thing that I would, and I have advised people oftentimes is to remain in the posture of learning for a long time. And there are places to be activated. There are places to advocate. But, because this is a long game for most people, and especially if this is not your vocation. If you're not in an advocacy, if you're not a Matt Soerens, if you're not leading a church like Eric Costanzo, it's probably, not your job to try to move the ball really far ahead, but then to try to examine like your own roots, your heart, and to try to better understand where Jesus is growing you. And then to impact those that are closest to you in incremental conversations. I think that's really important. Because that's where you test the waters of what you're actually learning, is when you're actually having real conversations with real people that you really care about. And if you're seeing progress there, that's probably because you're actually experiencing genuine change in your life, because you really need that to bring that into the public sphere when you're actually engaging on these issues. Because if it's not real inside, it's going to collapse really easily. And that's what's going to lead to the fatigue that a lot of people are experiencing right now.